Have you been attracting emotionally unavailable partners, or even worse than that, you find yourself chasing them? In today's session, you're going to learn 5 things as to why you keep attracting emotionally unavailable people, plus how to break this cycle. I'm Coach Goldman, your relationship and breakup coach, and number one is low self-esteem. Everything comes down to how you view you, how you treat you. Other people treatment towards you is a reflection of how you treat yourself. If you're accepting unacceptable behaviors from other people, you just let them walk all over you. But it means that you're tolerating unacceptable behaviors towards yourself. Maybe you trash your body with smoking, drinking, eating the things you know you shouldn't, doing the things you know you shouldn't. When no one's watching, what are you doing? These kind of things are attracting these type of people to you. You might say to yourself, what going to the gym and attracting an emotionally unavailable person got to do with it? It's got a lot to do with it, and also it's got a lot to do with your chasing. If you keep on chasing, this is exactly what it is. Because you don't value who you are. You need to put the work on yourself. And we're going to talk more extensively about it. But the first thing, like I said, low self-worth. If you don't feel worthy of deep, secure love, you will unknowingly settle for relationships where intimacy is inconsistent or unreciprocated. Everything that you will experience in a relationship comes from within you. Your observation of how you see the person, it will be completely up to you. And how the person sees you, it's completely up to you. And how you see you, it's completely up to you. This is why I talk a lot about self-love, self-respect, self-mastery, discipline. All these things are comprised you as a person. Many people think, oh, I just attract emotionally unavailable people. This is not it. The attraction of emotionally unavailable partners is just a symptom of the problem. Now, what is the problem? Low self-worth. That's the number one problem. Now, we're going to dive a little bit deeper. And as we go, I'm going to explain to you also what you need to do to raise your self-worth. And it's working on yourself a lot. I'm going to talk about also what kind of work you need to do as we go. Number two here, it's fear of true intimacy. Sometimes chasing unavailable partners is the way of avoiding real vulnerability. If they're distant, you never have to fully open up, which protects you from rejection or emotional pain. But you will see how everything will come back to your self-worth when you're grounded, when you're strong, when you know who you are, what you bring to the table. Sometimes I like to say, I'm the fucking table. Because you bring a lot, especially as a man, you bring a lot. You know, it's not especially as a man. Men and women bring a lot to the table, but different things. As a man, you bring the groundedness. As a female, you bring the emotions. You bring more. You open up your partner, the partner, your as a man, you lead her the correct way. I mean, there is so many things we can dive into, but you got to understand, female or a male, you need to lean on your strength in strengths in your relationship and build them. To become a very strong, masculine, stoic man, it takes a lot of work, self-mastery, self-discipline. For the female to be more feminine, it takes more work about like doing loving affirmations, self-care, also working out, like all of these things that cultivate this feminine soft side of her, and as a man the strong masculine side of him. And when you know that, you will not be afraid of anything. You'll not be afraid of anything because you say, I know who I am, I know what I bring. And if you're the one who is going to receive that, that's amazing. But if not, that's also okay. This is why, if you attract emotionally unavailable people, just take a look at yourself. What is within you that needs to be healed and changed in order for you to attract different kind of people? And I can tell you now, I attracted the love of my life. And when we met, we both didn't want a relationship. She didn't want, I didn't want it. But we were, because we were in such a good place in our life that we say, I'm good. I'm really good. But when we met, it was like magic because we didn't needed each other, but we wanted each other. We both had so much to give, and this is how it works. You need to work on you to be so secure in yourself that you don't need a partner, you don't even want a partner, and then they arrive. Then they're like coming out of, appearing out of a rock almost, and this is strong because you will attract emotionally unavailable people if you are if you're seeking love and you needing love, you come from a need, you will have this needy vibe. And when you exude this needy vibe, you will attract people that will abuse you emotionally. God forbid physically, but you will find people that will abuse you emotionally because they see your weakness, and not because they're bad people. Maybe they are, but if you'll attract them, it's because you will accept this type of behavior. For me, if I, let's say, not with my current partner, let's say if I met someone, let's say I'm single, and I get mistreated emotionally, I see that she's like distant or this, I exit immediately. I will not accept that. And if you will not accept it, this is how you will not attract that. You attract what you accept, and understand that. Number three here, it's codependency patterns. If you're used to prioritizing other needs over your own, if you're a people pleaser, you might be drawn partners who needs fixing, mistaking their avoidance for a need to be saved. And this is how, when you try to fix them all the time, I actually made a video about don't try to fix them. In the man sphere, there is a horrible word for that, but it's called like a man that is trying to save a woman, they call it Captain Save a Hoe. You're trying to save her, but don't be that. Don't try to save anybody. People, your partner needs to come good enough, healed enough when you start dating, because if not, you will find yourself not in a relationship but in another job. Believe me, you don't want that. It's too much. It's way too much. But hey, when you don't work on yourself, you'll not be able to see that, and you will compromise, you will settle, and you'll say, emotional unavailable or not, it is what it is. Let me tell you, it's not what it is. It's what you accept. And if you don't accept it, you will not attract it. You attract what you're willing to accept. Number four, romanticizing unhealthy love. Media often portrays love as dramatic, full of ups and downs. And if you internalize this, healthy and stable relationship might seem boring. And there is a time in the relationship where you enter the boring phase. I don't really believe that there's like the boring phase. If you're entering a boring phase, you're boring. This is why. And if you're romanticizing unhealthy love by watching a lot of movies that just enter your mind the concept of this is how love should be, you will think that a partner that is emotionally unavailable, it's all right. Because everybody needs to be emotionally unavailable from time to time, right? That's okay. Avoidance, that's not that bad. It is. In a relationship, it doesn't need to be like that. It's actually when it's like that, this is a red flag. You got to pay attention to these red flags. And when you work on yourself, this is how you pay attention to them, because you will not accept unacceptable behavior, not from yourself and not from others. Last but not least is unresolved wounds. Yep, unresolved childhood wounds. If you grow up with emotionally distant caregivers, you might subconsciously seek out similar dynamics in a romantic relationship, hoping to fix what was missing. Happens all the time when people try to fix what was missing because they think that if they can fix their partner, they can fix this part of their childhood that they were neglected or whatever. That's not okay. That's not right. This is why I'm telling you, you got to be healed enough. You got to come around 80% healed into a relationship, and the other 15% you will heal in the relationship through triggers, trials, and errors. And the other 5% you will stay fucked forever because this is just life. And if you didn't do the work on yourself, the inner child work, the shadow work, all the work that I'm talking to you about in my program, The Rise of the Phoenix, and also in my one-on-one coaching calls with you, if you do this work, you will come healed enough. And these things will never happen to you. You will never attract emotionally unavailable people because you are emotionally available for yourself, so you can see how everything comes together. Now, how to break the cycle? What you need to do to break the cycle? Very simple. You work on yourself, your self-worth and your self-value. You have to do the work on yourself. Now, what is the work that everybody talks about all the time? The work is very simple. I actually simplify that for you in my online healing coaching program, The Rise of the Phoenix. By the way, the link in the description below to sign up now. Now it's for only, I offer it for only $37 for you guys because I want you to heal and do it correctly. You do the work by following the instructions that I'm giving you. You reflect, you journal, you do all of the right work for your heart. You get the intellectual realizations, you gain the emotional realizations after. You see things you didn't see before. You're going to see in the program, you're going through the healing journey in the best possible way. It's actually like working with me one-on-one, and it's just for only $37 because working one-on-one is a little bit more expensive. If you can afford it, it will shave off a lot of time for you, a lot of time. But if you don't, the Rise of the Phoenix is the right thing for you. Now, how to break the cycle? This is just what it is. This is how you do it. You will stop attracting emotionally unavailable people when you're available for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope this video was valuable and help you. I love you, and I will see you again in the next one.